There's been a lot of talk the last few weeks about blue dresses, gold dresses, llamas, bad calls in the Super Bowl, and we're here to discuss none of those things because they're all fucking dumb. Let's go to House Podcast. Yeah!
I'm an outlaw. Quick on the draw. Something you never seen before.
Bringing the energy like none other.
Yeah. Always got to bring the energy with the big. I don't want people turning it off 20 seconds in. So, got to give the people something at the beginning. Unlike the Raptors today. Speaking of giving the people something, boy, do we have a treat! Boy, do we have a treat for the listeners. We've got
Our third career guest.
This guy, really a man who needs no introduction. If you know anything about the great program that Sardis Secondary has in basketball, this man is probably at the pinnacle of greatness as far as Sardis basketball players go, and as far as Catholics who live in Chilliwack go, Mr. Logan Rogers.
Pleasure to be here.
Hey! How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well.
The first thing I actually want to talk to you about, I want to get your take on the Super Bowl. I haven't talked to you about the Super Bowl since the Super Bowl.
I was crying last
and
time,
you were dejected, and I felt a lot of sympathy for you, even though I hate the Seahawks and all their fans.
How was that ride for you?
It was a roller coaster, I think. There's no other way to put it. I mean, your team's 5 seconds away from winning 2 consecutive Super Bowls, and the coach calls the worst play in the history of sports. And...
No, it wasn't the worst play in the history of sports. But, no.
Yes. name a worse call at that juncture in the game.
What are comparable to that?
Yeah.
A pretty bad call was like Ken Heiss allowing Kyle Graves to be a basketball coach.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got me there.
Well, that decision definitely was not on when he was having a sober moment.
Yeah, Ken Heiss didn't have many sober moments in his latter years. Is he still alive?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, man.
His house is like 2 doors down from me.
Oh, good for him.
His daughter's kind of hot, actually.
He's
scored.
Yeah.
The last time I saw him, he was huffing around at Chilliwack Golf and Country Club, getting that old man exercise in.
Oh yeah, I can't wait till I'm old and like that's
actually,
my exercise.
I think he's coaching at Graham, like the girl, I think the senior or junior girls basketball team where he's coaching. He's fulfilling his dreams through that.
I can't believe that man's still allowed around high school girls.
There are teachers that definitely fit that category in Chilliwack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
quite a few.
I was taught by one of them actually. One of my former teachers just got
Mr.
brought
Price?
up. No, Mr. Davies. He just got brought up on.
Is that a Slessy?
No, Chilliwack Middle.
Oh yeah, there was that Slessy. What was that Slessy guy?
Pace,
yeah.
Yeah.
Pace.
He was a basketball coach too, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was...
Something about
I could see that one coming.
So was Davies, actually. He was a basketball guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Davey, not Davies. Davey.
And were there any telltale signs with him?
He had a lazy eye, so like... you never know.
Mr. Pace did too, actually. That's kind of his... Yeah.
You never know if he was like looking at you.
That's why he was the coach and not a player, right?
Yeah, we're just tarnishing these guys' names through the mud.
I want to stay away.
Yeah, no, because they were tarnished when they had all their child porn found on their computers. Their day was squeaky clean.
Just trying to stay away from any libel and slander you can get into here, hey?
We got a lawyer in the house here.
I'm just here for legal advice. That's all you need me for.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Thank you, Marshawn.
But speaking of that, like, how can he possibly, like, that's not cool that he's trademarking that term.
Yeah,
when he's
I don't know. Yeah, it seems
supposedly anti-establishment.
Yeah,
yeah.
Kind of opposed to what he's about, but I don't know.
because he's just going to find people who take it.
Well, at the same time, like if he's retiring at 28, he's going to need an income somehow, right? That's his income right there.
What? He has higher career earnings than like anybody I know.
Oh, man, he's going to blow it all.
Yeah.
Does he seem like the most mentally stable guy you've seen?
No, that's true. That's true. I like Marshawn.
What was that 30 for 30 movie on NFL players losing all their money like 3 years ago? Broke, yeah.
Andre Ricin starring.
Andre Ricin, that's who it was. Yeah, who was that? Bo Bennett, right? I was right on that one?
Bo Bennett?
That Tennessee Titans player that dropped that...
Drew Bennett.
Yeah,
Drew Bennett?
Bo Bennett's a white NHLer.
Some white Bennett. There you
go.
Drew
Close
Bennett.
Enough,
whatever.
But anyways,
Yeah, I should pull up that video. It's
Super Bowl
heartbreaking. Yeah.
heartbreak. Despair.
It was heartbreak, man.
Was there tears?
There was absolutely a few tears.
There were tears. If anybody had taken the time to look at him afterwards, there were tears brewing then. I came over.
I was
to
comforted.
console him.
I was comforted at least, yeah. But I mean, after the rage subsided, there was a few tears. I mean,
Yeah, man.
as the only true Seahawks fan there, I felt it was necessary to shed some tears.
I honestly think it was necessary for you to punch like people like Kipper and Devison when they started jumping after
Why?
that.
We were happy the
Devson
Patriots
was
won.
pretty drunk at that point. You know, I was just gonna leave him alone. And Kip could, I could have punched Kip.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been like we could have seen 2 or 3 fights that night. Really,
Oh, yeah.
you missed it. We almost came to blows later too that night.
What?
Oh, just men being men, things like that.
What would happen to that one guy and his girlfriend to slink off to his room?
Your great roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quiet, working on his game.
Yeah, decided watching the second half of the Super Bowl wasn't worth.
He couldn't hold it in for that long.
You have one job as a man.
Yeah, watch Super Bowl with your friends, but apparently conversations about who would bang Venus Williams. This is
Yeah.
Serena.
Oh my
Serena,
god.
Serena.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh wait, and whether or not it was a butthole or a vagina.
So the hypothetical was thrown out there that who would you rather, Serena Williams or Christine Sinclair?
It wasn't even that though. It was, would you do Serena Williams? And everybody pretty much said yes.
Except one.
I mean, yeah.
Except one, Alex Davison.
Yeah, Devo. I don't know what you're thinking, bro.
His outstanding hate for the African race outweighed his
How
decision.
did Christine Sinclair get brought up as someone
he
he
just
would rather
said-
get with?
I think he just said out of
he just said
athletes.
he just
he'd
said
rather-
He thought of Christine Sinclair was at the forefront of his mind as athletes.
dominating female athletes.
Really? I mean,
Well, he was trying to make a point. That's how emphatic he was. He wouldn't bang Venus Williams or Serena Williams. Is that he'd rather bang somebody like Christine Sinclair? He picked a good athlete to make his point.
True,
It's just a
very.
ridiculous point.
I don't think she's or he's her type. You know.
What with having a penis and all?
Yeah, that's not really.
Because when you think of Serena, you think she doesn't have a penis.
I think she's like. She's probably ripped a few off in her day.
Oh yeah, it's like ultimate clench
She
grip.
took him as her prize, man.
And here's your prize.
Yeah. It's her trophy. It's like a serial killer, but with Okay.
No. I know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop there.
Speaking of serial killers, that makes me think of the great show Dexter. And I know we really. Speaking of great segues,
That is a segue for the ages right there.
yeah, they call me Johnny Segway. Segway. Does anybody know the great thing about the inventor of the Segway?
No. Fun fact one
Yeah,
of
the
the
leg.
show.
That would be a really fun. No, this is actually a funner fact.
I don't know.
The inventor of the Segway famously died while on a Segway.
Is that a fun fact?
That seems like
Fun for everybody other than the inventor of the Segway.
Just a fact.
That seems like it just happened, and that was it.
Yeah. Back to the original thing, though. TV shows. Greatest TV shows.
Anything HBO, but I mean more specifically The Sopranos. The Wire is a classic, but it's pretty underrated and not known by that many people. Currently, I mean, obviously Game of Thrones is up there, but
Yeah.
I don't know what.
And you got to go.
Big Bang Theory
Yeah.
clearly is
Yeah, the Big Bang.
it's one of the most intelligent shows. Like, I love the laugh track because it just tells me when I need to laugh, and that's really important on TV.
What's his name? Sheldon? That guy's a great character.
He's a top
An all-time.
5 sitcom character.
My favorite part is
How You Want to Murder?
that a part-time waitress at where did she work? The spaghetti or Cheesecake Factory
Oh.
can afford the same apartment that 2 PhDs can afford together. They can live right across from each other and afford the same place. So
Yeah, girls
That's,
always have extra income though.
yeah, she's
Like,
got all that income.
have you ever noticed that like older women always have like $800 in cash on them?
What kind of older women are you hanging out with?
No, like
No, I have not noticed yet.
from like
I'm gonna notice it now.
from like 35 to 50. Yeah, if you ever watch like an older woman pay for something, they have at least like $400 bills in there. No, trust me. You gotta watch.
I
it
have a mother.
No, I know. Yeah, but watch her closely.
Okay, I'll watch closely next time.
You gotta watch closely.
Oh, that's funny.
Which one just pays the visa everywhere? I don't know what you're talking about, man. She's
Yeah, well then
Behind the times.
she is.
damn.
That's not a-
She's got to get out to the bingo hall a little more and have cash in her pocket.
Mom's not even 50.
Your mom's not 50?
No.
No?
I'm young. You guys forget I'm younger than you guys.
Yeah.
How old is your mom?
I'm not sure. Younger than 50. 49. Oh, she turns 49 this year.
Yeah, my mom's younger. Take
Well,
that.
Well, hey,
Take that.
anyway,
motherfucker.
like, okay, I've named mine favorite shows. Basically, there's favorite shows anybody with a decent
brain.
opinion would name.
Well, and
So
so,
how-
Halks, you've seen some of Sopranos, haven't seen The Wire.
I just haven't. I've tried 3 separate times to get through the first season of The Wire, and I
That's
just
The
have
first
not-
season's
it's
not the
always-
best.
it's
3 and
always
4
No,
are the best.
no, I know that's what I've heard. Wait, is 3 when they're at the docks?
No, two's the dogs.
Two's the dogs.
Three's with them. Like when they do the Amsterdam thing, like they set up so they have like kind of like legalized drugs in certain areas, kind of test how that goes. Then 4 is how like they deal with the schools, so kind of focus on the schools more. That's cool how every season has a different focus. That's what makes I think pretty appealing.
Yeah,
Has a great cast, obviously. HBO.
I mean, I'll definitely watch it eventually because it's not even that I didn't like the first season. It's just I've never.
Yeah, I agree. Like it first kind of starts off, you just think it's like some crime procedural kind of thing. Like is this Criminal Minds, CSI, and those so shocked.
But just going like
shows suck.
like so slow.
Did you ever watch any of those shows? Like I watched The Mentalist for like the first 4, like just those bad crime shows that
Yeah.
you just kind of end up getting into.
They're just
I think-
I mean they're
the
appealing,
pace.
right? Because it's just like murder.
I think a lot of people watched the CSIs when they were like in their heyday.
CSI Grissom
Yeah.
when Grissom was around, CSIs were
When Gil Grissom was running the
I'll be
show.
honest, I watched a lot of CSI.
And then
when
like the
Gil Grissom was there.
female demo for the black guy
What?
in CSI Miami.
Oh fuck! Who watched CSI Miami? Fuck. Let's do Caruso. What was his? Yeah.
What about him, David Caruso?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just
Horatio Kane.
Horatio Kane was
Yeah.
the best leader a man could ask for, man. Like that guy.
He had the most like dramatic tone in every describing everything.
Yeah.
Him and his day-to-day life. Talking to Frank.
So, yeah, House. What do you got for favorite TV shows?
I mean, like for me, it's probably Seinfeld and The Simpsons.
Oh
for
yeah.
your comedy.
Whoa. Asterisk
No.
with the Simpsons though. Like Simpsons to a point.
Yeah.
The Simpsons get really, really shitty and almost unwatchable, especially now. Like they're still on. Like
Yeah, I don't watch any new
No,
Simpsons.
God,
Like
no.
you couldn't catch me.
like
dead
up to
watching.
what season would you say is great TV?
I'd say like you could sit down like any season from 3 to 10, any episode
Oh, yeah.
from those seasons,
Absolutely.
I'll watch,
Yeah.
and then like from 11 to like 17 or 18, it's like
It's hit and miss.
It's
right?
hit and miss.
Yeah.
You're gonna get like half and half, and then after that, it's just like bungholio. It's just terrible. Seinfeld's great. I'm going through Curb Your Enthusiasm right now.
Oh,
I like
Curb-
all those
yeah.
comedies, so
Yeah.
those are great.
And,
Larry David's
and,
good, yeah.
and you're a big proponent on The Office.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen all The Office.
Personally,
too.
I'd love. Oh, obviously the American version. I've never really seen. I've seen the UK. A couple episodes of the UK version is creepy as hell, so I stopped watching it. It's more like the British creepy humor.
dark humor.
But yeah, The Office with Steve Carell obviously is the
yeah,
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Office is completely overrated.
It's,
yeah.
how
Is
over,
just
is
a
it as
little-
overrated
a little
as
too highbrow for you, or what?
Yeah, you, just don't,
Yeah, that's what it is.
you don't like shows that have the laugh tracks, so they like encourage you, so you know when to laugh if you're lost with their like tricky plot, you know, because Big Bang Theory you can get lost in
the intricacies of.
Yeah. Or you know another great show, How I Met Your Mother, overrated or not?
Yeah, probably that's the most overrated
Yeah.
show of all
I mean,
time.
I'd say like you said earlier, Big Bang Theory is not even overrated. It's just bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
How I Met Your Mother had moments, but it's just not that funny.
No, I found out my oldest sister liked The Big Bang Theory, and I lost a lot of respect for
I
her.
found out my grandparents like The Big Bang Theory, so
Oh.
you know that's the kind of demographic that
Yeah.
really enjoys
Yeah.
that sense of humor.
The diaper changer demo.
I don't know. What are some like
Baby boomers.
underrated shows on TV that you could?
The League. I think The League is
Yeah.
underrated. The League
Shoot.
is a funny show.
Josh Ming would tell you the same thing. He loves that show. So
Oh, there you go.
Shout out
what
to
else- what else would-
avid listener Josh Ming.
What else would Josh Ming tell you?
I don't know. I don't know how much you want to say.
I think he'd tell you he'd do better in a room than Adam Finley would.
Yeah. Okay.
1-on-1.
Okay. Yeah. You guys can just
Pull. So what? We'll get a poll question going.
Take your poll questions.
Poll
here.
question of the
How
pod.
great you want to lay down the
Yeah.
the
Lay down the
scenario
rules.
The poll question of the pod brought to you in part by Prego. Never leave home without it. No, the poll question would be, here's the scenario. We got one girl. Let's call her a...
Oh my god, you're gonna drag this out to say what it is.
No, he's
it's an-
setting the scene.
Okay,
guys.
alright, alright.
What, you got somewhere to be, Cooper? You got somewhere to be? You got a girl in a room. It's a locked room. She's about a 7 to an 8. 7 on the look scale, 8 in the personality realm, or
I don't think they have a shot with an 8 in the personality realm, so I'm gonna go 7s across the board.
7s across the board. Hard
above
7.
average.
Okay.
I mean, not great, not bad.
A respectable human being.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this sounds extremely narcissistic to grade a girl like this. We mean no disrespect
Odds
to
are
the
no girls
beautiful
listening,
lady.
though,
Yeah,
so-
that's absolutely true.
And if they are, I apologize.
So back to the narcissistic talk. Girl in her room. She's locked in there. The only way she doesn't know this, but the only way that anybody's getting out is if there's an intercourse had.
Yeah.
Intercourse had.
They can leave the room once there's intercourse.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know that.
She doesn't know that.
No.
And they do though.
So what they
And
have
the-
to do
and the
is they
they-
have to have game.
Adam Finley, Josh Ming.
And we'll put up the photos and a little bio of each guy on right around the question, and then we'll have the listeners decide who they think.
He's getting the job. What if I could see like Finley sabotaging himself and like being a wingman for Ming just so they could get out of the room.
I don't know. It's a tough question because like,
What?
who's gonna win out? I mean, it's a fucking gladiator.
It's okay.
in there.
Ming obviously.
That's why it's a tough question.
It's like Gladiator. Because Ming obviously has a little more charm. Slight.
I'd say his
slight-
interrogation skills are slightly above
His
average.
interrogation.
You'll
yeah.
find out where your mom works, how much she makes, like really quick. She's going in on that, like.
Oh, so he has a phone in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, or he'll just find
He's
out.
just asking her.
Yeah,
That's the first go-to.
It
How
was
much does your mom make? It's just like those are questions he
Matt,
wants.
Ming,
That's priority information, man.
Yeah.
You know
Ming did that to catch a predator thing, and I just think like if he used that card right, he could pretty much.
Yeah, he was involved.
Yeah.
He didn't really do that
Yeah.
one. I think he takes more credit than is actually his.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He was.
I would
He was
too.
involved. He was
involved.
He was the media front man.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think we can safely say Ming probably has more notches than Adam. I mean,
Safely, yeah.
from an educated guess.
We're on the street.
Yeah.
Plus, like Ming is a quality. Both of them are good listeners to this show, though. So I want to give dap to both these guys, and maybe we can find a girl who's willing to sit in a locked room for a little bit. If we can get some donations to the podcast, maybe we can give this
Hey,
girl
with these
some.
two guys' skills, it doesn't even need to be locked. It'll be over in like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah, anyway, I mean, who do you think is going to win out here? Just give a name.
In the poll,
Just who's the better option? Who's she going to go with? Like, how's it going to go down, basically? I think, like, Ming's more resilient. He'll just keep going. He'll get shot down and keep coming back.
yeah, no, that's
So what? She'll do it on.
His confidence will not waver.
That's
So
why.
will she go to like him, or will she do it out of
I
pity?
don't know. It's like, I don't know. It just depends how Adam works his game. Like, he can't just sit there in the corner and be quiet. He's got to...
Yeah.
Can they tell the girl that like
No.
we don't get at it? No, that's the one
that
caveat.
does not work. Like, she has to actually
Are there
consent to this and pick one. They can't no forcing
is
it on
there
her either.
so is there a room and then like a separate room where they can go do this? Because otherwise it's
Basically,
going to be
once
pretty
she
creepy.
picks-
She's
Yeah.
the cuckold.
No. Once she picks, the other guy gets like yanked out of there by some guy in a hazmat suit, and the victor goes the spoils, right?
Absolutely. Speaking of hazmat suits and great TV shows, Breaking Bad. That's a great TV show.
Classic, yeah. Oh, actually, the new spin-off, Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it.
Honestly, I thought it just started. I just
Great
recorded all
contribution.
four episodes.
Yeah, you guys have watched
It's
it.
not. I thought it was just gonna be like some knockoff, spin-off kind of one
Yeah, it's
season type
definitely-
show, make some money.
yeah.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's got like 9.5 on IMDb right now.
Yeah. An IMDb, as we all know.
Yeah, it's the best source. So
Speaks for the people.
yeah, just kind of focusing on Saul pre-Breaking Bad, known as Jimmy McGill.
Also known as what's his name? What's the actor's
Saul
name?
Goodman.
Bob Odenkirk.
Bob
Odenkirk,
Odenkirk, former SNL cast member. Was he a cast member or a writer?
writer.
Both. I mean, he was like in a
Yeah,
maybe,
some
like
come cast
over
members.
under like 6 skits.
Speaking of SNL, Halcro, here's a segue for you right now.
Well, I think you just did the segue. Why don't you
Damn
should have
it.
taken the reins?
Not-
I got to
not
pee.
his
There's my
segue.
segue. So you guys talk about that.
Expertise.
I'll jump back
SNL
in.
40. Who watched it? What was your opinion on it? Kip, I know you liked it.
I mean, it was a good like nostalgic evening. Bringing back all the former cast members and having them participate in a bunch of skits. But it kind of was all over the place though. And some things obviously worked, and some things were just like ultimate disasters.
Yeah, that Californian sketch was
the Californian sketch featuring great
Taylor Swift,
great female actresses as Taylor Swift and Bradley Cooper.
I thought Cooper was actually pretty funny in it, but
that probably went on about 6 minutes too long. I think it was like 8 minutes long.
Yeah, 6.5 minutes too long at that point. Yeah, I thought actually one of my favorite parts was the intro with Steve Martin, where they had all the people come out. That was pretty funny, I thought.
Oh, like all the Tom
Baldwin, Tom
Hanks. Yeah.
Who else they had out there?
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Peyton Manning. Yeah.
But Billy Crystal, just like all the guys who have been staples on the show for the last 30 years.
Yeah. All in all, it was a huge success, I would have to say.
For sure. Biggest disappointment though. Oh, I mean, Halks, what were some skits that you didn't like in the SNL 40?
Oh, for me, it goes without saying that I thought a high act of treason was committed by SNL when they allowed Melissa McCarthy, that unfunny, untalented hack. She's nothing but a hack.
Are you talking about like the newscast where she did the McCarthy?
She did the Farley.
Yeah, the Farley impression. Every one of those impressions was bad.
Yeah, they were.
Why are they allowed on? Like, why do they need to? Get
why is Emma Stone?
Yeah, she's hosted once. Yeah. Great. Yeah, welcome to our 40th anniversary show. Fuck, Eddie. She got more time on screen than Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
think about that.
But Eddie was just like
Eddie just seemed like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, he didn't want to do the Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that was weird because it was like he single-handedly saved that show, and then it was
they already got Cosby pretty good in the what was it, the Celebrity Jeopardy game?
No, they were gonna do a full other skit about Bill.
I mean, I think I need him a bit more feral because he's probably the best cast member, or one of the best. Farley, but he's not gonna be there. And
Belushi.
Belushi's not gonna be there. Hartman's not gonna be there.
R.I.P.
That even that Celebrity Jeopardy to me was kind of underwhelming because it was like it started off so good, but then they like got that guy who was doing the impression. No, that was funny. But the guy who does the impression of what's the guy from Inglourious Basterds?
Christoph Waltz.
Yeah,
that was the first impression.
Taron Killam.
Yeah, but it was like I don't know. That just seemed unnecessary. It seemed like he was just out there to do the impression.
Yeah,
It's like,
that was the whole point of the skit.
I mean, at least they had Daryl Hammond out there, probably the best impressionist in SNL history, I'd have to say.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean Al Gore.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Hammond,
the best.
Is great.
He's the best political.
Jay Farrow, I think, is better as an as an impressionist.
No, I mean
he's unreal.
He's good.
Yeah, but
but
SNL wise though, just on volume.
On the actual show.
I mean, and then the show.
Jay Farrow is sick though for impressions.
Oh yeah,
you saw him at Pemberton, right?
Yeah, we watched. That was hilarious.
The show capped off with the Wayne's World.
Yeah, they saved that. They did well on that. They definitely should have used more Farrell, more Myers, more Carvey. Like the whole it was bad.
Yeah,
more Sandler. Everyone wants more Sandler.
More Sandler would have been good.
Everyone wants more Sandler.
He didn't seem like he wanted to do the Opera Man thing though.
But then once he got into it, it was.
Dana Carvey didn't really get the reception I thought he would for chopping broccoli. I thought that deserved a little more praise. I love that chopping broccoli thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was difficult. 3.5 hours really isn't that long with like commercials and stuff.
No,
for like 40 years. Like,
wonder how many people they had to turn down that wanted spots in that show. Just like nope.
Just random celebrities who hosted it. Like,
so anybody you noticed that was like noticeably absent from SNL. Like, I kind of thought it was weird that John Hamm was in there, who's been in. That's just me, man.
Sergio.
He's in SNL.
John Hamm.
How many times have you been in SNL?
And he
wasn't even there. I didn't even see him in the crowd.
And all his appearances are pretty memorable, right? So he was absent. I mean, I feel like
I don't even know. That's all I know.
No, I mean, Dennis Miller wasn't there, but he's more more of like a
writer.
Yeah, he's like doing his own thing. He's probably above the SNL lifestyle nowadays.
Is he? Will Ferrell's not. I guess he's come back down to it almost.
Will Ferrell would be the one that's done the best.
No, but I mean more like seriousness of his career arc. Whereas Will is kind of still like potty humor his whole career.
I would have liked to see him do a Bush. He didn't do a Bush impression, did he?
There wasn't any. There was hardly any political impressions, which is weird. Having Ferrell
they just did like the clip of them.
Yeah,
doing them
but there wasn't any Ferrell and Carvey who both did Bush. Neither of them did their impression.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was a good show, all in all. Capped off with Lorne Michaels, a true Canadian, basking in the glory.
So, okay, what were you saying about Jimmy at the end of the show? Like, when they brought Lorne out?
I just thought, I agree with, I think Bill Simmons brought this up in his column, where kind of Jimmy Fallon, Lorne's just who never ever takes any glory for SNL at all. He's never on stage or anything. He's just standing on stage at the end of the 40 years, which is a huge achievement because the show almost died. Some applause, every year. He's finally getting some recognition. You can see him, tears welling up in his eyes, and fucking Jimmy Fallon jumps on stage right in front of him, gives him a hug, just stealing his spotlight, man. I don't know. Jimmy Fallon's already in the spotlight now. I thought that was pretty uncool. Probably goes unnoticed, but I don't know. I just stole his spotlight a bit there at the end.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Yeah, they should just let
him bask in the glory, man. He deserves it.
With Jimmy Fallon,
he's a Canadian icon, and Jimmy Fallon is
he though? When I think of Canadian icons, I don't really. Lorne Michaels should be up there.
Who do you think of Canadian icons other than like Wayne Gretzky
and Don Cherry? I think of bums. Like I think Lorne Michaels is better than both those guys, but I just think of like Canadiana.
Steve Nash is pretty cool. Canadian.
Steve Nash is he's kind of turned out to be a capitalist
asshole. Love to have
you
on the show if you're listening.
I want to ask him about why his gym memberships are so high. Didn't make enough money with the Lakers.
Trevor Linden
you got to pay for alimony somehow.
I think Trevor Linden charges like half the price.
He does, but
I don't go to either, obviously. But
it's kind of a conflict of interest running that and running the Canucks. I don't know.
Is it?
No,
I don't know.
Probably not.
Can you do that? Like, he's not the owner of the Canucks. He's the president.
It's not like he's running a gym membership for the Calgary Flames.
Speaking of the Canucks,
what about him? Speaking of any possible
trade
deadline moves that you want to see them make?
I want to see them get rid of one of Alex Burrows, Chris Higgins,
and/or
Hansen. And/or, I'd love to see them get rid of all three, but I just don't think that's feasible.
And in return, what?
Basically, I don't know, get like a decent... I mean, I think you get... Not great for Burrows because he's got a big cap hit. He's in his mid-30s at this point. I mean, Higgins got like a third rounder?
I feel like you could like bamboozle a team like Pittsburgh.
I think all three of them have no trade clauses though, so it's got to be somewhere they want to go. Like they're not going to be traded to Columbus.
So you don't want to like get more depth for potential playoffs, or you just want to?
I don't think that the Canucks. I mean, they're going to make. I think they're going to make the playoffs this year. I mean, Miller's out 4 to 6 weeks.
But that doesn't
had a great game last night.
That doesn't hinder him though.
The powerhouse Buffalo Sabres.
That was something else.
I don't know. I like to see some like just decent young players, kind of like what they've been doing so far this whole season with Clendening. I mean, they got Cannons up there. Horvat's been really good lately. Yeah. They need to free up some room for Jensen at some point. I mean, he's looked good in Utica to this point.
Is that what your sources tell you?
Yeah. Bochford just emailed me earlier today. And
what about like
his stats look good?
Is Brandon Gaunce? Is he done?
I don't know. I haven't heard a lot from him. When was he? He was picked the year
they went to the finals, I think.
Yeah, 2011.
The year after?
2010,
maybe it was 2011. Maybe the year before even, because I think Jensen was their pick the year they picked him 29th, the year they went to the finals.
I don't know.
Big Islanders went over the Flames, though.
Yeah, that helps the Canucks.
Who'd have thought you would have been the scoreboard watching the Calgary Flames games 65 games into the year?
Yeah, you got to give them some dap for getting
Johnny
this far.
Gaudreau.
Yeah, Johnny Hockey.
Big time.
Yeah, that's the kid right there. Speaking of the kid, how about those abortions?
How about abortions?
I couldn't think of a good segue.
What the fuck?
Abortions, hot topic issue.
That's one of my favorite Simpsons quotes right there. Do you guys have favorite Simpsons quotes?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
No.
The abortion?
I'm still thinking about abortion.
The one is like, remember the episode when...
Pro-choice, man? What is it?
No, it's when Kane and Kodos, the aliens, they come down and they like hijack the politicians and they're running for office, and they're like, Kane's like in front of everybody, he's like, abortions for all, and everybody's like, boo, and he's like, abortions for none. They're like, boo, and he's like, abortions for some, miniature American flags for others. It's like, ah!
True as a horrors, man. It's the best stuff.
Yeah.
Who is that? Bob Dole and Bush?
Yeah, it must have been Dole and Bush.
Yeah, there's always some good political quotes on The Simpsons.
Is that who Bush ran against the first time? Dole?
I think
and
it
then
was.
he ran against Gore?
Yeah, I think so. No, the other Bush ran against Gore, didn't he? No.
Bush.
I don't know. Fuck.
No.
I don't want to get into American politics.
No, yeah, because Bush Jr. ran against Gore the first time, then he ran against John Kerry the second time.
Yuck.
Yeah, just...
Good luck, Democrats.
Somehow they got a black guy in. Now they're going to get a woman in.
No.
I don't think this is where anybody's turning for their American politics politics.
Well, this might happen, and this might happen. Some guy might get in.
Anybody could be elected.
Yeah.
I'm in the mood because I just started watching House of Cards. Just came out with their third season.
House of Cards is another good show. Season 1 was vastly superior to Season 2, though. I mean, if you've watched both seasons.
Yeah, I have.
I haven't got through 2.
Yeah, two is not that great.
Two's
I like Kevin Spacey. I've liked him ever since The Usual Suspects is a great movie.
Yeah.
Classic. I mean, it came out
liked him
around when I was born.
I liked him
so.
since then when
Yeah.
that movie came out.
Yeah, Simpsons was great then, man. Great TV at that point, man. What else? Like Alias was still a big thing. I don't know. I'm just going off like Wikipedia at this point because I was barely breathing.
So like good shows in the late 90s,
Early 90s.
I don't fucking
mid
know.
90s, X-Files.
Mid-90s. X-Files,
yeah.
there's
At this
one.
point, I was watching a lot of YTV, so I'd say
Uh-oh.
Recess,
Uh-oh.
Fillmore was
Uh-oh
good.
was really
I don't
good.
know. Yeah,
Recess.
I don't really know what that was.
SNL was in
You don't
its-
know? Uh-oh.
I mean, the classic, the penultimate, like the ultimate, like kid show, Arthur. Man.
No.
Oh,
The
are
Ultimate
you guys
Kids
kidding
Show
me?
is Uh-oh.
That's kind of my. That's
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Kipper, did you watch Moolah Beach?
no.
I don't know what that is either. Man.
It was basically like Survivor for children.
Yikes.
It's called Moolah Beach.
So it
what
was like
and
Lord
what
of the
was,
Flies TV version, like
Yeah, kinda. And it was just like they had this Jeff Probst looking guy as the host. And, like
Is that when
I
they like dump goo on people and shit?
That's
no, that's
Oh, that's okay. I totally know what that was. Yeah, I definitely remember
that was the Punisher.
wasting my summers watching that show.
Oh yeah,
so.
for sure. We'll take it out to Halifax.
I think my mom said it was
Yeah.
too inappropriate for me to watch
Yeah.
and to go outside at that point, which turned
What?
out okay, but whatever.
Yeah, Moolah Beach show in the vein of Survivor, but with teenagers competing in competitions in order to not be exiled from a beach and ultimately win 25 grand.
That show lasted a long time, eh?
It aired on Fox. It ran for 6 episodes. How do I remember that?
How do you remember that?
That's weird.
What are some great TV shows that lasted 1 year?
I want
Arrested
to.
Development.
Yeah,
That lasted
lasted. Yeah.
No, did it?
Yeah.
And then a 4th, and now
Well, it
it's
got
getting a
cut.
movie.
Well,
Yeah,
when it got
yeah.
revived on Netflix, it was
Yeah.
shh.
Oh, that was bad. That was a
Underwhelming.
bad, yeah.
Underwhelming.
I mean, what the hell happened to Lindsay Bluth?
Yeah,
Her
She's
face
getting
just got a
banged-
makeover,
getting
man.
banged too much by Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen, yeah. Leave her alone, Ellen. She looked fine before. That show's a classic
No,
show.
yeah,
that
like
got
shows that
cut
got cut.
before
Yeah,
their
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Can't think of it.
I Want to Marry Harry. That was a really. That was my summer hit last year. You guys didn't watch I Want to Marry Harry?
No.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I thought it was that was some old show you were talking about. No, okay. I saw like the trailer for that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
an amazing
that was
show.
brutal.
Oh, I watched every episode. It got cut like halfway through the season, but all the episodes got leaked, so I
Yeah.
ripped through that.
Yeah,
That was really good TV.
yeah. Did you guys ever watch Freaks and Geeks?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I watched Freaks
Oh
and
yeah,
Geeks.
Yeah.
I had a, like looking back on this, like the most studded cast for.
That we a studded cast that we didn't know was.
yeah,
gonna
that didn't
turn
know
out,
was gonna
yeah.
like be big. I mean, Seth Rogen shouldn't be big, but he is.
You don't
so-
think you don't like Rogan?
No, I like Rogan to some extent. I mean,
Do you like him more?
his movies recently have been subpar to say the least. Yeah,
Really? I've liked everything.
The
he's done
interview
recently.
was pretty.
I thought that was
overblown.
good. It got overhyped, but that wasn't even his
Classic.
fault.
No.
Good films with Rogan in it. 40-year-old version.
Sure.
That was in
Classic.
spite of him. Like,
Yeah.
what was-
Well, he didn't really do anything.
No,
it was
I know.
kind of
He just was
Carell's
in
big
that
moment.
movie.
He was in Anchorman too,
Yeah.
so that
Yeah, but
counts.
okay, we're not gonna count Anchorman.
Okay.
Anchorman 2 was the shittiest movie I've seen in a long time.
Oh,
No,
wow,
that was
no.
horrible.
It was
No,
horrible.
it wasn't.
Yeah,
Especially
It was a
coming off
funny movie.
Anchorman 1 was hilarious. Anchorman 2 was the second movie I've ever fallen asleep in the theater in.
Yeah, I may have done that too. Actually, it was bad.
First
No,
one
it wasn't.
Ted.
It was funny.
I hate Seth
No,
MacFarlane, so.
people like you guys just had way too high of expectations.
Yeah,
And-
I don't think I
did,
had
because
any
the first one was
expectations.
so good.
well, of course, you can't hold that against the second one, though.
I'm gonna hold it against them. Anyway, Pineapple Express.
Great.
I would say
great
that's
Seth
that,
Rogen.
that
That's
might be
probably
one.
his best.
That might be one. His best
Knocked
acting.
Up.
His best acting performance. Knocked Up. It's close.
It's good.
I
Good
like.
cast and Knocked Up too.
Yeah.
I liked. I liked Funny People. I
Funny
liked
People was a really good movie. It was more
And everybody
serious,
hated
more
on
serious,
it,
though.
but,
No, it feels like fans hated on it, but critics didn't. So much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good movie. It was kind of more like Sandler in a semi-serious role for
Yeah.
the first time in
Yeah.
history.
A little long.
No. He Spanglish and what was that other Sandler movie that
Punch
he was
Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love.
Oh yeah.
English. You don't never talk about that ever again.
He was good in 50-50 too. Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen's good. I like that movie.
Is that the one with
JGL.
Yeah.
50-50. Oh, is that where he has like cancer and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never did watch that one.
More serious. I think I've watched every Seth Rogen movie.
Yikes. That's a lot of Seth Rogen.
Is it though?
Yeah.
And I've watched Freaks
Did you
and
watch
Geeks.
Green Hornet?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucked.
But even he will admit that.
Yeah, he'll happily admit that sucked. I mean,
yeah, he's pretty liberal Twitter account. He'll say his mind.
This Is the End was hilarious.
Oh, true. Yeah, This Is the End was fucking hilarious.
That's I think that's one of the funnier movies in the last few years.
That and what was the World's End came out the same summer. And,
yeah.
The World's End, like with the cap off, Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead was freaking hilarious.
What's that guy's name again?
Simon Pegg, Nick Frost.
Yeah, Simon Pegg.
Hot Fuzz. I think Hot Fuzz is my favorite of the three.
Hot Fuzz is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead was really good. Like, they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, there's some funny dudes. Basically, they're the English Seth Rogans.
No, they're way funnier than Seth Rogen.
Yeah, they're a little more classical acting shop or like acting comedic chops. Yeah. I mean, you pretty much can say that about any British person, right? Yeah. Like, you just assume they're more classy or high class.
Brits have been killing it lately, man. Think about movie scene, music scene. They've just been turning it up.
Music scene, the Who.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Who, man. They've been killing it.
I'd say, not that I'm like huge fans or anything, but Ed Sheeran and Sam Smith.
Sam Smith, yeah. Big. He's been blowing up, man.
I didn't know he was gay until the Oscars.
Really?
I had no idea.
You can just listen to his music?
I don't, but...
Stay With Me. Lover Boy. That was a lyric.
You didn't even listen to the... I know I'm not the only one remix with A$AP Rocky.
Oh, no.
That was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty legit.
All right, I'll listen to that. I like A$AP Rocky.
But does that change your opinion of his music, or what?
No, I don't like it either way. I don't think it's bad either.
Yeah, no,
it's just not
bad.
for me.
I'm
not banging Sam Smith records while I'm driving around.
No.
You're not?
Rather bang Sam Smith than his records.
Yikes.
Yeah. There's the gay innuendo for the day. I don't know who else is big in music who's popular music these days. I don't even know. You guys listen to popular. What kind of music do you listen to, Logan? I don't even know.
Just from playing basketball from a young age, rap, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. It's good. I drive a lot, so I listen to a lot of radio.
Sheltered children.
Oh, you listen to a lot of radio.
I know. I feel bad for me too.
Yeah, that's terrible. I drive a lot, so that's why I got an auxiliary cord.
Yeah, I have an auxiliary cord too. My phone just doesn't have the great selection on it.
There's your problem.
Second shout out to Josh Ming can attest to that. I'm sure his playlist exceeds mine by a large amount.
Speaking of Josh Ming, March 13th.
Do we have to?
Vancouver.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Birthday bash.
Birthday bash. If anybody's listening who possibly wants to come, who already doesn't know about it, we're heading out for
13 drink minimum.
An electronic dance music festival show.
This will be Kipper's second time at a EDM concert. You want to take the people through your first experience, Kipper?
All right.
Because for me, that was amazing.
Yeah, okay. Well, so who all went? Me, you, Landon, Rylan?
I think Rylan.
No, Rylan didn't go. Devo, Caden.
No, I don't think Devo even went. I think it was you, me, Lando, and Caden.
Okay, all right. So just a bunch of guys who are classically versed in the EDM lifestyle. Scene. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll go. Because I was living out there in Vancouver with you guys, or was I?
Yeah, you were living at that.
Or no, I don't think I was. But I was like out there or something at that point before they all were.
Oh, yeah, because it was like in September or something.
Yeah, anyways. Okay, so, but I said, yeah, what the hell? It sounds like a good idea to go to this show. Life in Color, so, let's listen to electronic music and get paint blasted on us all show. Whoa, that couldn't be, and nothing bad could happen there.
No.
So, obviously, like, no one's ever gone to a EDM show sober before. Only the diehard ravers.
Exactly.
But...
and even them.
No. So yeah, out of respect or lack of respect for the music, I had to get my fix of chemically enhanced product. And it's the classic case of you take some and you just feel like nothing's happening. You're just standing there and you're under the influence and nothing's going on. Feels like okay, I probably should up the dosage here.
As you do.
Yeah, as you do that, you just something takes over your body, and you're not in your body.
Exactly.
So like, what it was like it was that scene in the movie where I was just standing in a crowd, and I could I was standing there, and people were bumping into me, and I was just like looking on into the distance.
I'll never forget. Yeah, just like.
Well, you were like what 6-7 rows ahead.
Yeah, no, because we were all like our quartet was together, and then we were like, okay, we got to get more to the front. This is after we had upped the dosage, and so you just didn't. Since you were not well versed in the rave scene, you couldn't.
Yeah, I didn't respond well to the movement.
Yeah, so I remember just looking back and seeing you, and just like the look on your face was amazing.
Just deer in the headlights.
How did Kipper perform that time we were at the Roxy in September? Was he?
I didn't throw up in a men's room sink.
True. I'll give you that. But I mean, it was that at the urinal, and it seemed a little more sanitary and a little.
Well,
even
bar washrooms are like the worst for like doing anything that isn't pissing. So.
Well, I wasn't really concerned with sanitation at that point.
No.
I wasn't really concerned with anything at that point. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, but so it was like not only that, but having paint just shot out at you in every orifice.
Yeah, yeah. This was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So then lost you guys, and then I just had to get out of there because I just like I knew I wasn't gonna get like go up like 20 rows and find you. So I just like, okay, well, I'll meet him outside after. But then you're just kind of like, it was super cold. It was in November.
Yeah, you're covered in paint.
Covered in
liquid.
paint, super cold. Like you've been sweating all night, and it just like, no,
worst.
It was the worst. Yeah,
just the worst.
But then you like look around at every other like girl who's out there, and then you realize your situation's not that bad. Because they're just crying, like makeup everywhere. Their clothes are all ripped and tattered.
Oh yeah, and that girl came up to you and like her mother was calling you and stuff. Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Some girl asked to use my phone, and then because she couldn't find her friend who like got alcohol poisoning, and then so somehow then her mother has my number from like her daughter using the phone, and then she like just blows me up like until like 4 a.m. like wondering who I am and like if I've taken her daughter or something because she couldn't get a hold of her. I'm like, no, I just lent her my phone. Like, you need to chill. But yeah, so March 13th.
Yeah, no paint.
No paint. What are who's this guy? Cosmic Gate? What is that?
Apparently he's not bad.
Sounds like some kind of mythological novel.
Probably like early 2000s, mid 2000s kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ming seems to be a fan. Ming's got a pretty good choice of music, so I trust it.
Yeah, no, Devo and Rylan both said he's a quality artist.
Yeah.
Take that for what it's worth, but
hopefully, I mean,
endorsement or I don't know.
Wow. No, it's not an endorsement at all. But yeah, you guys want to keep hyping that thing?
No, it's been hyped. We know what's going to happen, and hopefully there's some interesting stories from that.
I'm sure Ming would love to meet you, especially if you're a single woman.
Yeah, so, is he?
Let him interrogate you. Let him get to know you.
Yeah. So because like, what do you think the crowd will be like? That 10 people, 12 people or so, more, or do you think it'll be more than that? From people that are coming with us.
Yeah, I think it'd be more, 15, 20.
Yeah,
it's a pretty decent turnout.
Yeah.
He's got a hotel room, so.
Oh.
Are there gonna be any ladies?
Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't.
That's the thing.
Ming's lady circle isn't as extensive as this guy's circle. That's for sure. He doesn't really. I don't know.
Is Finley gonna be there?
I really don't know. I don't know. Last time, I don't want to go into anything.
Wow. All right.
Last time he was at the club, Finley doesn't seem too at home in the club, or even in a dance scene.
That's not an indictment on the kid.
Just so if Finley was listening, we weren't laughing at him there. There was something else funny going on. Yeah.
You got to be.
No, yeah. If you are at home in a club, you're kind of a fucking idiot, to be honest.
At home in a club?
No,
yeah,
if feeling at home, kind of really comfortable.
If you're real comfortable in
a
club.
I get it. I mean, it's not for everybody, right? You just, I don't know. Young Padawan's got a way to go.
Clubs.
Halcs can teach him how to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm good for.
Actually, Bob can teach him how to do it.
No. The club scene at SFU is just not anything?
There's no clubs at SFU.
Or nightlife scene.
There's one bar that has
closes
pretty much
at
the shittiest beer ever on tap. So, I mean, if you want to go anywhere, it's not that bad to get downtown. It's like a 30-minute SkyTrain.
Yeah.
Not horrible.
That's what the kids do mainly?
No, kids at SFU go party at UBC.
Yeah.
Mostly, if they're going to go out, because UBC is way better nightlife or anything life-wise. So, yeah.
Any signs of life?
Yeah. if you want to have a good time, don't come to SFU.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, as an SFU student, it's a good school for academics.
Ringing endorsement.
But yeah, student life's not great if you're into that kind of thing.
If you're into that kind of thing.
I mean, if you like making crafts in the shell house basement, then come to SFU by all means. I'll show you how to do a origami.
What?
I won't, but I mean,
What are you talking about? What is this?
I had no idea.
this is
what
where I
that
live.
was
I live in
talking
Shell House. It's like one of the
okay.
houses up there for second, third years.
Okay.
I got a
Is it
good question.
co-ed house?
Yeah, it's co-ed. Oh yeah, you share bathrooms with. It's a little weird at first sharing bathrooms with like 10 girls, 10 guys, but you get used to it.
Of course.
It's a little awkward when there's a really hot girl next to you in the stall taking a big number 2.
Oh, okay, that's
God,
all.
God,
I was going to
God.
say until the number 2 part
Yeah.
came in. That doesn't sound awkward
She's taking
at all.
a number 2, and
You
you're
just turn the tap
and
on a
you're-
little more and try and drown it out.
and you're J-O-ing in the other stall.
Why the hell would you go into a stall for that, man? I don't know. I don't know what you've been doing lately, but
What's your most obscure place?
I don't want to.
It's that obscure.
It's embarrassing is what it is, man.
dude, I'm just gonna shift the topic right now.
Yeah.
Hottest Sports Center female anchor.
That seems like a similar topic.
Yeah, it's a little related. There's a segue to be made there for sure. It's just not as Yeah,
You're a big Ivanka Osmak fan.
definitely. But she's Sportsnet, so
Oh, okay.
whoa, we're making
Whoa.
some serious allegations
Who's
there.
the other one on Sportsnet? The brunette.
The one in the morning.
Yeah.
Carol. I don't know. We're talking about Sports Center. Let's
Sports Center. Let's stick to Sports Center.
The Russian one, man. The Russian one.
So what? There's Stanishevsky.
Yeah.
There's Burness.
That's not a Russian name.
What the hell is it?
Polish.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Completely. Yeah, you better be.
Yeah.
Okay. Hedger, who looked good 15, 10
She
years
looked
ago.
good
She
tonight,
still looks good.
actually. She
still looks
looked
good.
really good tonight.
Yeah. For an older woman. And Bono,
Tessa
the French
Bonham,
one.
yeah.
A little French
There's
flavor in there.
there's another one too that's pretty new.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's a lady.
Do we have her name? No, we can't go with her then.
No, we do not.
We'll get it, but with the 4 standing, I know who would you go with? Kip?
Okay, yeah.
Well,
Kip.
what's the situation here? Are we?
I'm just saying, you got to pick one of
who's
the 4.
who's the hottest, or who do you want to like?
Who would you love to spend a lovely
an evening with?
Yeah, give me.
Probably
Let's,
Natasha for sure.
let's go. Marry, murder, bang. Isn't that some sort of game
Yeah,
the kids are playing these days? All the cool kids.
all the kids in the '90s.
I'm gonna go. Jack Armstrong, Vic Router,
And Arfen Gashar.
Kara Wagland. I think this might be the chick I'm talking
But
about.
she's kind of weird looking.
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, on TV, so they're obviously got something going for them.
Brian Williams, huh?
The other.
The honest Brian Williams.
Yeah. I don't know. So, oh yeah, Sherry Ford.
Sarah Waleski.
She's not even new. She's been around forever.
She's cute.
What about Sherry Ford? Would you give her a run?
Yeah.
It's Natasha.
Strong motherly influence.
Tracy Wilson.
Yeah, Stanishevsky definitely takes the cake in my
Yeah, I think-
humble opinion.
For sure.
How is Paul LaPolice employed by anybody?
Because
Over under, he makes more money with TSN than he ever did as the head coach of the Winnipeg Jets.
I don't know. That's
considering he never
close.
coached the Jets.
Jets, Bombers, whatever, man. That's how little I care about the CFL. I don't even know the team names.
There's pretty much no chance.
Yeah,
he makes
here's
more
that
with
Kara
TSN.
Wagland girl.
Yeah, they're decent, man. I don't know.
TSN or
You think TSN pays well?
no, but CFL coaches aren't underpaid.
They're not well paid.
I don't know. I think they're getting paid better. Like,
They're paid better. You see, like what NBA D League players make. Their maximum salary, the maximum amount of money they can make in a year, is $22,000. That's insane.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty low.
Like, go play in Europe, you make way more than that.
For sure. But they want to live.
Think
the
about
dream.
guys like Dan Dickow who've been living in the D League for the last 10 years trying to get another shot at the NBA.
Yeah.
Better off going back to Gonzaga and helping Kevin Pangos with his shooting.
Is
There's another
is Usafa Jop still playing ball?
Dezana.
Dezana Jop.
No, he's just living off his contract.
Yeah, he gets like this big time contract.
Yeah.
And the Mavs beat the who they beat? The Heat.
In the
Yeah,
finals?
maybe the Heat. Yeah.
Yeah,
He has a ring, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Job has a ring.
Yeah, they used
I don't think
He
he
was
played
bouncing around. He's with the Bobcats.
Yeah, I don't think he
with
played
the Wild,
minutes in
with
the
the
finals.
with the Cavs. Yeah, he played minutes. Him and the biggest dog in the NBA in the history of the NBA, fucking Eric Dampier.
Oh yeah, go
down
you
low
gotta,
for the
you gotta-
Mavs.
yeah.
The fact that the Mavs won, I don't know if they won or they lost. I think they lost. They had Dampier when they lost to the Heat in the finals when the Heat had Wade and Shaq. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So even the fact that the Mavs
right.
got to the finals with Dampier and Jop as their
Yeah.
center is impressive.
And then the next year, because the Mavericks they ran through the regular season, and then Baron Davis and the Warriors beat them in the first round as the 8th
That
seed.
was the best series
That
of
was,
basketball.
I
I've
remember
ever seen.
that was crazy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Would an OKC G State up that this year, or that'd be close?
I would, assuming everyone's healthy, assuming Durant plays the full 7 games, I think the OKC Golden State series would be a series for the ages. I mean, I think the problem with the Thunder is they start Roberson, who wouldn't be starting on any other team because they have this infatuation with guys that can play good defense, and that's it. Starting lineup, hello Thabo Sefolosha, but I don't know. I could see I could see it going either way. I mean, I think OKC is the team Golden State does not want to see in the first round. I think they'd be happier with them in second or third, obviously. But I think OKC they've won 7 of the last 9. The 2 they lost because in overtime games, so they've been close at least. I could see them getting the 7th seed over San Antonio, who's definitely done.
Yeah, they're trending downwards.
Yeah. Although everyone said that about San Antonio the last 5 years.
For sure.
They always have a good record, but
No, but I don't know.
they've had a weak season.
Last year, just it felt like they could do something, make some magic happen in the final. Plus, even last year, they were really close to losing to the Mavericks in the first round.
Yeah.
They were lucky to get out of the West
I think
last year.
Mavs are even though they're 3rd or 4th in the West, I think they're a big sleeper to win it this year. I mean, they haven't been great with Rondo to this point, but Rondo, they got Rondo for peanuts.
That'll be crazy though, because Golden State, as a 1 seed, they could play Oklahoma in the first round and then play Dallas in the second round.
I think Clippers are
bad.
done. They have no bench. I mean, Austin Rivers is playing major minutes for you. You got a problem.
Yeah, you can't really have
what a case of probably one of the bigger cases of nepotism I've seen in sports recently. I mean, he gave up Reggie Bullock, so the first round pick a couple years. They cut Jordan Farmar for some reason and Chris Douglas Roberts to get Austin Rivers, one of the bigger busts in recent memory for the Pelicans. I mean,
what was he drafted, 11 or 12?
10th,
Yeah, way too
They got
high.
Davis at 1, and then they got him at 10, but he just doesn't have his position. He's not.
Yeah. It's one thing to get him, and it's another thing to he was playing 30 minutes off the bench within the first week. That's
well, they kind of needed that.
no, I know, but still.
Yeah, that's
was
pretty
injured at that point.
egregious.
I mean, Clippers still have major problems. I mean, Matt Barnes is playing big time minutes for you at the small forward position.
Matt Barnes isn't terrible.
No, he's a good role player, but
He's not bad.
you're not going to win a championship with Matt Barnes starting for you.
No, with that attitude,
Yeah,
you're
I
not.
mean, he played big minutes for the Lakers when they won a championship, but he never started. I mean, they had the man formerly known as Ron Artest starting for them for those championships.
Didn't
I don't
we
think
find out he
Barnes was on
wasn't?
those teams, to be honest, because I just no.
Yeah, we
I
just had that question.
Yeah. But it seems
No, Matty Barnes.
Okay, least favorite trade deadline moves. NBA was a big one, big trade deadline, exciting.
least favorite move.
Yeah, and favorite.
I don't know.
I would have liked the Dragic deal the most if Bosch was healthy.
Yeah,
because I would say
I
that
didn't
he
think it
was a
was that-
legitimate contender.
Honestly, all the moves were decent. The one move I would have a question with was Milwaukee shipping out their by
best player.
far best player to bring in Michael Carter-Williams,
Yeah.
who obviously Jason Kidd sees a little bit of himself in him because he can't shoot, but he's a good rebounder and passer.
Didn't Carter Williams win Rookie of the Year last
In
year?
the worst draft class in the
On the
last
on the
decade.
worst team.
I mean, Anthony Bennett was drafted number 1 overall. He was averaging 4.5 points a game.
This
Timberwolves.
this draft class has been it's not been the greatest rookie classes. It was a good draft class, it seemed like, but there haven't been any standout rookies.
Wiggins
is
Parker
playing
towards
amazing.
ACL, so
and
it's
Embiid
kind
was
of a wash.
out right away.
And
Embiid,
Yeah.
so 2 and 3 are just not playing
Yeah.
at all. Parker played the first 15
Yeah.
games. Wiggins is definitely on the rise.
Yeah.
He's going to be
Tyler Johnson.
a star.
Alex Len's not a rookie, is he?
No, Alex Len was drafted in the draft. He's a second year player. Alex Len looks pretty solid.
Yeah, he was playing well.
Definitely an
yesterday.
upgrade over Miles Plumlee
Yeah.
in Phoenix. I mean, they shipped him out in the Brandon Knight deal. I didn't.
I didn't
Obviously,
know- I mean,
Phoenix kind of crapped.
That's
the bed.
that's what I didn't think. I didn't think Phoenix had to do all that, but
Well,
obviously they had some kind of inner.
I don't. Apparently, Isaiah Thomas, who they brought in and said, "Oh, we're going to make him feel at home." They shipped him out with 50 games to go. There's obviously something going on there. Isaiah Thomas, he wasn't. They didn't fight to keep him in Sacramento. They shipped him out after 50 games in Phoenix. I mean, they kept Gerald Green over him. So I don't know.
Something's happened in there.
Phoenix is all about accumulating assets, so they dumped
two of their best.
Dragic,
Yeah.
and Thomas for Brandon Knight and 3 first-round picks.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, it's a wait and see thing with them, but
Dragic was a free.
definitely they just kind of even with that big win last night, they've definitely given up on the hopes of
they're
playoff.
done.
Yeah,
I mean they're playing Earl Barron minutes, significant minutes.
Yeah, I
mean,
saw that last night. I was like,
that's an issue.
That's an issue. Yeah.
Of the 4 North American sports, which one or rank the importance of first round draft picks in terms of importance and trade value?
Oh,
How high up?
NFL for sure.
NFL,
number one.
yeah, number
they
one.
have their own trading system. Like each pick is worth a certain amount of points, right? So they're kind of that. NFL, there's no trades of any players hardly ever, right? And when you do, you see it for dimes in the dollar. You see Randy Moss being traded to the Patriots from Oakland for a 4th round pick.
Yeah.
Right.
I would probably say agree and say NFL too. I would say the back half of NBA and NHL are pretty pointless.
Well, the back half of the NBA first round, they can get picks for cash.
Yeah, for sure.
Send me some cash.
Yeah, for sure. And then MLB, the guy might never even play in the league.
Yeah.
There's 30 billion rounds in the MLB draft.
Yeah, for sure. Like our friend
Colin Curry, 97th round pick.
Oh, I mean that never happened.
No.
But my friend,
God.
he's in the 49th round.
Did Chadsey ever get drafted?
No, he's too busy in Georgia changing his accent
with this woman.
Yeah.
Is biracial.
Biracial.
Yeah, she's one race, and it's not this one. Yeah, there it is.
Biracial relationship. Oh, it's beautiful.
You got a problem with that, Logan?
No, it's beautiful stuff.
I'm actually surprised you're not in a biracial relationship.
Excuse me. Well, A, I live in Chilliwack, so yeah.
And I thought, B, you introduced them as Catholic, so
yeah.
How would that go over?
So you just, how are you surprised that I'm a...
African American people can't be Catholics?
No, but Catholics have some of the harshest value systems.
Well, I'm not a...
doesn't come from a stringent Catholic
I'm not
family.
a actively practicing Catholic, I wouldn't say. Haven't been in a while. Thank you, work, for scheduling me to work on Sunday so I can get out of that one.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I always said from a young age, if I had to choose any religion, it would be Catholicism. I don't know why. It just always spoke to me.
Because they're rich. The Catholic Church is rich.
That's probably it.
First we're talking about American politics, now we're talking about world religion. This
is deep shit.
Tuning out a lot of our listeners here.
I don't think so, man. We can get really evil. We can get more deep, metaphysical on this bad boy. Start talking about, I was just reading about Martin Heidegger's philosophies.
Oh, yeah, him.
Yeah. You guys want to talk about some Heidegger? Immanuel Kant, if you guys are a little more mainstream.
If you're going to start philosophy, you got to go all the way back to René Descartes.
That's not
all the way back.
All the way back.
That guy's pretty
talking about Plato and
Aristotle. I don't want to get into
Socrates.
I don't want to get into philosophy. Period. Okay.
Okay. We'll sidestep that landmine.
It's too much thinking. It's freaking.
You got to go all the way back 400 years.
All the way back. Yeah.
I think Kant is before Descartes.
Immanuel Kant was a real pissant. Ever heard that?
That sounds familiar.
Damn.
The Philosopher Song, baby.
That's oh god, did Chadsey play that one for you?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
my tag, what's it called? Tag?
Tag? I know
whatever
what
the hell it was called. Tag teacher. Not a day went by where he didn't wear his Sweden cap.
Oh yeah, Mr. Chadsey. He's a real cool dude. Real righteous dude.
Big Rage Against the Machine fan.
Jamie Swinston going number 1 overall. Yes, no?
Yeah, he'll go first overall.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To the Bucks? Who are your Titans going to pick?
They're taking Leonard.
Yeah.
They're either trading or they're taking
Leonard.
Leonard.
They have number 2, right?
Yeah.
They're taking Leonard.
Who's their quarterback if they take Leonard?
Mettenberg, baby.
Mettenberger has serious injury problems. Look at his last year at LSU. He broke his leg, and then this year.
It's never stopped the Titans from going with their quarterbacks. Vince Young, Jake Locker.
Are you going to let Derek Morgan walk then?
Yeah. Nah, they shouldn't, especially if they're going to keep playing the 3-4.
Yeah.
Because,
no doubt
and they should keep every asset they have access to. They should
Lowry's
keep.
Stat line from tonight, where the Raptors lost by 44 points, 2 rebounds. That's
all.
Starting all-star point.
He didn't have a point.
4 points, 2 rebounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's
all right. Well, I should probably burn this jersey then.
Take that jersey off.
That sucks. I got to see these bums in 5 days.
That's the thing, though. They're losing right now, so they play Milwaukee, not Miami.
You want to finish in the 3-hole is what you want.
Are you worried about Miami without Bosch?
No, they would still give them a bigger scare than Milwaukee would.
Oh, Milwaukee's done. I don't even Milwaukee might just lose out and lose their playoff spot to the friggin'
Bobcats.
No,
the Nets.
Formerly known as the Bobcats.
I don't know.
Nets, God, if the Nets get in the playoffs again, they're so boring to watch. Alan Anderson, man.
Jason Kidd, coach team, beat the Raptors in the playoffs last year. It could happen again.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, that was Reliving good memories right there.
That was depressing, yeah.
That was a foul, man. That Paul Pierce.
That was a foul, but you're never getting that call.
No, you're never getting that call. Never in a buzzer beater in a Game 7.
Yeah.
By a Canadian team.
Going three
the legendary, the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mr. Mr. Wheelchair himself.
And who's their owner's name? Petrovich? Big, lanky Russian dude.
Yeah. I forgot.
Supermodels on his point.
I think he's selling with him. I heard this team is up for sale.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Jay-Z versus Drake, the classic Hova versus Drizzy.
Damn, I keep dropping this. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Are we out of topics? Are we out of time? Do we want to keep going here?
Just go
NFL free agency.
NFL free agency. You give me the lowdown on that, Logan.
Dominican Sue, where is he going?
Staying
franchise.
I think he'll stay in Detroit, but it sounds like if it's not Detroit, it'll be Seattle. But
Seattle, I don't know if he's gonna have to sign for less if he wants to sign in Seattle because they got Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner coming up.
He's making 20 plus already.
Yeah, I think if he wants to sign in Seattle, he wants to win or potentially win a couple rings.
Yeah,
then he's gonna have to.
But he seems like a kind of guy that's not really aware of his
big time other free
legacy.
agents. Julius Thomas. I mean, he's not. Broncos aren't resigning him. They don't have the cap space.
He doesn't even like football.
Byron Maxwell going to Philly, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Houston would be a sick addition for anybody.
I guarantee you he's getting franchised.
Yeah, no.
And if they did, he's making like $15 million a year as a defensive end.
Yeah.
Eagles.
He's worth it. Though.
Eagles get Maxwell and trade up for Mariota in the draft. I think I could.
I don't think
foreseeable.
So.
I think
it's foreseeable, but I don't think that's
Kelly is happy with Foles. He's not his kind of quarterback.
No. Oh, he's not. That's why they're going to sign Jake Locker.
Yeah,
maybe. But are you seriously going to rely on? How are you going to appease the notorious Philly fans with Jake Locker as the starting?
But
you're not.
You're not. So Kelly's going to end up dead in 6 months. Like,
is appeasing their fans bringing in a rookie quarterback who
I think so.
He had success.
They buy into the Chip Kelly thing already.
They do, but I just. If it doesn't work, then
they didn't
Kelly's
make the
done.
playoffs. People pick out like 16. I think Mariota goes to the Jets at about 8.
6. Yeah.
I don't know. I think they have the capital to trade up. They have a.
Because the thing is, if the Titans don't take him, right? It's third is Jackson. No, the Titans aren't taking. Jacksonville doesn't need a quarterback. Fourth is Oakland. They like
it's
Derek Carr.
It's going to be 6 or 7. Those are the only options.
6.
The Bears are 7, and then the Jets are 6.
Bears aren't picking a quarterback. No way.
No, they might.
I don't. I think they give new regime gives Cutler one more year.
Yeah, I can see that.
Cutler. I mean, Cutler's like the kind of quarterback that's going to win you games.
They can still do that with drafting a quarterback. Like, it's happened tons of times.
I just don't. I think they have too many holes. They have too many holes to fill to justify drafting a quarterback. Like their secondary is shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, because they could get like Shane Ray or something at 7 or something.
Fowler.
Yeah, you don't want to. I think he'll be gone anyway.
Yeah, he'll be Oakland or something.
Probably 1.
I mean, I don't even know. They might even cut Brandon Marshall cap room.
I would love that, man. I would love if
Brandon Marshall gets cut. I think he's in Seattle for sure. Because when he was a free agent with Denver as a restricted free agent, Seattle wanted him.
Yeah, but he likes the ball a lot though.
Yeah, but he's also likes blocking, which is huge in Seattle's system. I mean, he just loves blocking, man. I don't know. I can see it. They wanted him bad. They wouldn't give up 2 third-round picks for him that Miami did when they got traded from Denver. So
they obviously didn't want him that bad.
Well, I mean, Seattle. You know how Seattle loves their draft picks.
Yeah.
So trade one of those third-round picks. They don't have Russell Wilson. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Foresight.
What was that thing you sent me that, the Kardashians being famous?
That
was amazing.
It was just like the classic long list of not coincidences, but just a chain reaction of...
Chain of events, yeah.
It's like when you get in the time machine, you do one thing, changes the whole future.
Yeah, like in Hot Tub Time Machine when that squirrel fucks up the Elway drive.
You're going to go see Hot Tub Time Machine 2?
I will not go see it. I might illegally download it.
It's got pretty bad reviews.
Is it out already?
Yeah, it's in theaters, yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, the only movie with decent reviews lately was Kingsman, I think.
Yeah, which is shocking to me.
Yeah, it looked corny as fuck.
Yeah.
What's Will Smith's movie?
Focus. I mean, I watched 7 Pounds and that movie was atrocious, so like...
Yeah, the last Smith movie that was good was... obviously, M. Night Shyamalan, what was it, After Earth? Oscar-worthy, man, right there.
I never saw
so that was brutal.
That was his son, right?
James Smith, one of the worst actors.
Yeah, like, you go into that movie, you're like, okay, this
Who went into that movie?
I went into that movie, And yeah, you go and you're like,
to that movie?
No, for sure.
Oh man.
And then I was like, okay, fuck, this is gonna be sick. Like Will Smith's gonna be a badass and shit.
What?
Guy was like paralyzed in a craft for the whole show.
Yeah.
Like he literally did not move.
He's just trying to boost the career of his son.
Yeah. He had a bunch of on-screen time.
I Am Legend was the last good one I've seen with Smith.
I would agree. I remember Oblivion came out at the same time. That Tom Cruise one that was kind of like after.
Oh, I fell asleep in the theaters in that one. Yeah. Still haven't finished it. I basically
you fell asleep in that, but not after.
Yeah.
Man, I think After Earth got like 2% on Rotten Tomatoes, something like that.
I'm pretty sure I went into like Oblivion like completely out of Oblivion. So yeah, so like I go into it and then I'm watching the first half of the movie all as well, and then I wake up and there's 2 Tom Cruises, and then I'm like, okay, this is a little too much for me. And then all of a sudden Morgan Freeman appeared, and that's all I remember.
That's it.
Morgan Freeman.
What's the list of top 3 Will Smith movies?
I mean, he still really hasn't done like
name some Will Smith movies. I can't think of
Bad Boys, Independence Day, Men in Black.
The first Men in Black.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know. Hancock, I Am Legend.
Hancock.
7 Pounds, Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness wasn't bad.
Was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been too big of a Will Smith fan.
Going back to his Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince was amazing.
Obviously, the first 3 seasons, so they replaced the mom.
Getting jiggy with it.
Yeah.
iRobot.
Oh,
iRobot. That movie. I remember watching that movie.
It wasn't bad.
That wasn't a bad movie.
How about what's Enemy of the State?
Ali. I like.
Ali was
Enemy
good,
of the State was good.
Oh yeah, never
Wild
was a big
West.
Ali movie fan.
Hey, he hasn't really been in as many movies as you think he would be. Hey.
No, I know, because he just like his movies are like the highest grossing of all time.
Yeah,
but they're not great.
No, yeah.
He's never really done a movie with like an outstanding director.
He's been nominated for 2 Oscars.
True. Yeah, because he's not known for his acting chops.
No.
Speaking of Oscars, Birdman winning
Best Picture. I think that's fair. It was a weak class.
They won everything else.
It's a weak class this year.
I don't know. I thought what was the?
You liked Whiplash a lot.
Whiplash.
I watched that last night. Actually, that was
really
pretty
good.
sick. But I would have said.
Not really.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw some of it. It's like.
It's
totally it seems like it's making all this money because it doesn't really have a plot or anything. It's just actually following people's lives. It's making all this money because it took 10 or 12 years.
I mean, it didn't really get all this money though. That's the thing.
No, it's getting all these recognition.
Yeah.
They won the Golden Globe for best movie picture, right?
I mean, that's probably like more their alley. Like they got the respect there.
I like Whiplash was good. The one with Steve. Who was one of Steve Carell and Channing? Foxcatcher was really good too.
You saw that?
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Apparently, that's like it's supposed to be based on a true story, but it couldn't be less of a true story.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
like they completely made up everything about it.
It's still a good movie.
Hey, here's that commercial we were talking about.
Kate Upton selling Clash of Clans.
Kate Upton, or what was the other girl?
Emily Ratajkowski.
Whatever her name is, I'd take her over Kate Upton.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean,
now she's tainted by nerddom.
And Justin Verlander.
Yeah, you can't recover from that.
No.
Good for her though. I don't know. They would have an awesome kid. I would like to be their kid.
Yeah. I never saw Birdman. I haven't seen. Oh, Gone Girl was good movie.
Gone Girl was a good movie.
I would say it was a fair. It was a fair award. I mean, like I said, weak class. I don't know. I just you probably couldn't give it to
Was the class as weak as the hosting was?
The hosting was just beyond bad.
How
the hosting and writers, the writers need to just fire themselves. That was awful.
The writers need to lock the studio from ever letting Neil Patrick Harris anywhere near it.
Yeah. Speaking of locks, how about his joke that panned off huge in the end?
Oh man, that paid off big, didn't it? Like, just so good. Neil Patrick Harris is so what has he done to deserve this spot? Like, as we said earlier,
he was a child star.
Yeah, no, he was a child star, and then didn't he just rejuvenate his career by being in Harold and Kumar?
Yeah, and How I Met Your Mother, which was totally overrated show, right?
Yeah,
but that's the thing. When the Academy hires him to host, they want Barney Stinson, but they're getting Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, how are the Golden Globes getting better hosts than the friggin' Oscars?
Because that's I don't know.
I don't know either. Because they obviously need to figure this out.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's probably taken in a lesser light, and they don't really care about offending potentially people.
But the Oscars even tried to do that. Like when they got James Franco, somebody young and like.
Well, yeah, but he's not really a comic though.
Yeah,
like Seth MacFarlane, that was like the Edge racy, and
Seth MacFarlane's was pretty friggin' bad.
Yeah, it was bad. Like, it was pretty
funny though.
It was panned, but like at least his jokes were like.
He won the Razzie this year, I think, for worst movie of the year with 100 or A Million Ways to Die in the West. That movie, it was awful. Yeah,
he's not funny. Like I don't. It's like it's just not a appealing sense of humor to me. I just don't get it. Who would you want to see host the Oscars?
Man, that's
who would be good at hosting the Oscars?
You just
seems like Ellen was decent.
I feel like you could probably look at like some SNL past seasons and just like
see Will Ferrell. You can see Will Ferrell doing
it. He could do it, yeah.
Will Ferrell would be really good.
Yeah, for sure. He might be a bit out there, but I don't know. They like to like keep it a little serious.
Yeah, they definitely want to keep it more serious.
Maybe Will Smith. I think Will Smith wouldn't be a bad option for hosting the Oscars.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. I couldn't find myself.
If Will Smith was hoping he'd drag his son up there and let his son do the hosting at this point. I mean,
his whole family almost present this award.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, they have to find a better. They have to find like
someone that's actually funny.
Yeah, a newer comic or something, or a newer host of a show. I guarantee you, Fallon's going to be hosting it within 3 years.
I think Fallon would bring Timberlake along, obviously, because they're,
for sure.
They're a little into each other, a little too much. But
they do love each other.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Fallon would be decent
for sure.
I mean, he's done really well with the late night, so
Tonight Show
or Tonight, whatever the hell it's called. I don't just catch the segments on YouTube. That's all I know about the show.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Predictions for NBA final.
NBA finals. I got Cleveland and I got G State. I got the chalk favorites right now.
No, there's no way G State gets there.
What? How is there no way the best offensive team gets there?
I don't see Golden State getting there either.
No,
I don't.
I'd pick 3 teams before I pick.
No, I know. Like, but that's fair to say, but like the statement, there's no way G State gets there. Like, that's
there's
pretty ludicrous.
There's a way.
Okay, there's a way.
There's no way.
There's a way. Yeah, they win.
There's no way
they win every series that they're favored in.
Beats a team from the West. There's no way. Whoever comes out of the West is winning it.
No,
yes.
That's
Absolutely.
dismissing LeBron James, the best player in basketball, and then 2 other All-Stars
who have never played in the playoffs.
Kevin Love's.
I think Kevin Love's garbage too.
Yeah,
but
can you imagine? Try this on like. They didn't trade for Love, and instead they waited to see how Wiggins played, and waited like until February where that deal is still out there, and then they trade for Love if they want, or they keep Wiggins. Imagine Wiggins as Pippen to LeBron Jordan. Like Wiggins is so
he's just
much better than LeBron or than Love for their team. Like
is he though? Like I guess I think I kind of agree because it's like LeBron can be LeBron would almost be the Pippen though in a way because he'd be the guy facilitating and passing.
But that's what like that wing combination right there would be killer. I mean, you want Kevin Love? Okay, why not go out and get like a cheaper, slightly worse version in Ryan Anderson? Because Kevin Love is so damn overrated. He's the ultimate good player on a bad team.
I've been saying this for years.
Doesn't play defense.
Because that deal's there if you want it.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
So you see what you got in
signed a
and
contract.
not only Wiggins but Anthony Bennett, like the consecutive number 1 overall picks.
Yeah, why wouldn't you have seen like what you could have had?
Because LeBron played GM instead of Kevin Love now.
I actually I still love LeBron, but that like made me kind of dislike him because like that was dumb.
If you're gonna go trade,
that's not cool.
Like, let's get all my Olympic team buddies in here.
Those guys, like who else could they have gotten for that price? I think.
As it turns out, Wiggins, like you could go get almost anybody now.
Yeah, exactly. Now you get way
like,
more than Love. You probably get like LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah. This guy's the highest touted prospect in the league since I came in here. We gotta trade him.
and if LeBron wanted like this power forward so bad, why didn't he couldn't pry Chris Bosh away from Miami?
Yeah, that too, right?
I mean, I get it's Miami versus Cleveland.
Although Bosh had already signed before LeBron had signed.
True, but like if LeBron probably knew what he was going to do pretty early on, he's just biding his time. I mean, you couldn't say, "Hey, Chris." Like, could they go to Cleveland? Chris signs. They still have Wiggins.
Best chance in the East of beating the Cavs.
Hawks. I think it's got to be the Hawks. Yeah. Who else in the East? The Raptors.
I would have said the Raptors, but yeah, the last 4 games.
This is what happens when you don't make a deal at the deadline. You cannot like win playoff anything more than the series with James Johnson and Terrence Ross manning the 3 spot.
Yeah, that would.
What Terrence Ross was chucking tonight, but usually he's pretty inconsistent.
When Terrence was starting, DeRozan was playing the 3 though, right?
No, DeRozan's always been the 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Terrence. I mean, they're pretty interchangeable.
Yeah,
like the 2 wings, but I mean, Lowry, as stats have gone down since December, like noticeably.
Well, I mean, even since last year, like all his numbers are down since last year. I really did not like them starting Patrick Patterson instead of Amir Johnson. That made no sense to me whatsoever.
I mean, it's not like Patterson. What were Patterson's numbers tonight? Well, anybody's numbers were great. I think probably Terrence Ross led the team in scoring. How many balls did Valanciunas go off his fingertips? Hands of stone
Threw off another guy's head.
Yeah, smacking James Johnson in the head with the ball.
Yeah, no, by far the highlight of that game was Psycho T roughing it up with
Festus Ezeli.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
good scrap.
I think that's probably good though for this one. It was a decent podcast. It was kind of spur of the moment thing and covered some topics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Got me all the way out to Popcom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I always forget. These are fun to do. These are fucking good times.
just bullshitting for an hour and change.
Bullshitting for an hour and change.
Yeah, so I think we haven't really kept a permanent schedule with this, but I think after the March 13th night,
we'll have to have
recap.
There'll be a recap, and that'll be the time where Ming can pop his cherry and come on because he's been wanting to.
Yeah, he's been pining Ming. Yeah, if you want to get some knowledge of Ming knowledge, just look on Reddit. Right, he's basically got Reddit's opinion. So
isn't that the glory of Reddit though? Is
exactly. So what's the point of Ming?
So what's the point of Ming?
Yeah.
It's redundant, man. I don't know. Maybe it'd be a good guess.
Just put Reddit into Siri, and then there it is.
We saw in those trivia questions, he can use Google to figure out some answers. So,
are you accusing him of?
I'm calling him out right now, man. Using Google.
Wow, that's a big.
No way he guessed Craig Conroy as the first player for the Flames with 20 goal seasons in the last 10 years. Unless he's a huge Craig Conroy fan, which would be even more disturbing.
No, there were a couple that he would guess, and I was like, wow, I didn't know.
Who's gonna guess Chuck Kobasu? No way.
There was one fuck. Yeah, there was one that was just way out there, and I couldn't.
Oh yeah, there's some weird ones.
The guy who was the captain of the Thrashers, he got.
Scott Mellenby?
No, not Mellenby. Mellenby, I can understand getting.
Steve Staios?
No, not Steve Staios.
I guess Ferraro.
Ferraro I can get too.
Yeah, because I gave the hint, yeah.
Oh, no, I can't remember the guy's name, but...
Bobby Holik?
No, I got
Sean
him.
McEachran.
Yeah, McEachran. I was like, wow.
But after that, I told him, this guy had a pretty prominent career with Ottawa.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a couple 60-point years.
Maybe a few people in that group can figure out you can just mute the notifications instead of leaving the chat every time you want to.
I get rattled with that, man. I do not get that. It's like you guys are blowing up my phone,
and then just leaving the chat.
Just mute the notifications.
No, and then just leaving the chat when they're getting a little heat on them.
Yeah.
And then
are you cheating, please? Well, I don't want to talk about anything but.
Yeah. So no one knows what we were talking about there, or the rest of the 90 minutes that we did.
Well, if you present yourself, you can get on that chat group.
Yeah, just hit us up on Twitter. Kipper, do you have the information for that Twitter handle? Because I would love to get that Twitter account booming.
Booming? Well, I think we're booming with about 15 followers or something right now.
Wow. Follow us, you motherfuckers, at the Kipper and... Or wait, no, that's not even it. At the Kip and Halcs podcast.
Something like that.
You need to have a more active account. I mean...
We got to just be more active in the community.
Just for the sake of following. Yeah, when are you guys hosting your next... Kipper, I heard you're hosting a big party sometime.
Big party, yeah. No, we have 11 followers, and there hasn't been a tweet since January 14th.
Yeah, that's why you got 11 followers.
I'm heading off to the 6th next week, so I'll come back with a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll have the 13th as a story.
Who's your lineup for next couple guests? You got to get on.
A couple guests. Rogers, of course, you were a wonderful guest. You're always welcome back here.
Ming, the K-Man.
Yeah, the K-Man. We still got to get the K-Man here.
The thing with Ming, is he going to try and sell you guys a phone while he's here? What's the over-under on that?
On salesmanship?
Yeah, I mean... The guy's always on the clock. He's a workaholic. I mean, he's got to sell you that new Nexus, whatever the hell, 7,000. So
or buy something you have to flip it.
Hey guys, lately he's been really pushing the Tassimo espresso machines.
Which are quality product. I got one of them.
We'll have to get him on to talk about the Tassimos too, because I know when
he's a spokesman.
No, I know when they went on sale at Artwork, he bought 12 of them. So
and he tried to ship them off. Yeah. Classic.
All right,
he's moving out of his zone pretty quick.
All right, we're wrapping it up.
Yeah, so that was episode 5, or was that 4? 5?
I think it's 6, but one got deleted, so it's to the public it's 5.
Fuck.
So yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for listening, and
we'll see
Logan
you
once again. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys a wealth of knowledge.
It's true, all that SFU knowledge, man.
How many figures in debt?
Only.
It's got to be 5. It's got to be
right
5.
Now, yeah,
that's not bad.
Well, no, I mean that's
that's where it is for a higher. Six is pushing it. 6 is American.
$6,000's American though.
Yeah, 6 figures. Yeah,
$6,000.
No, it's close, but yeah. Anyways,
yeah, we won't get into debt here. So yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks. Bye.